Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajeem. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. I am here again today with my take on coronavirus, and I've got a couple of questions in my mind, and uh, which I will be presenting to you people, all the doctors, medical students, and all the public. Uh, I don't have a very good news, in fact, for regarding the outcome of this coronavirus, in my opinion. As we know that we, the humans, have both the DNA and the RNA. And as far as viruses are concerned, they can have both. I give you the example of HIV virus, which is an RNA virus. That is, its genetic structure or genome is RNA type, ribonucleic acid, and single strand usually. And similarly, hepatitis C virus is also an RNA virus, and so is the case with the coronavirus. Now, since the first case was reported of HIV in 1984, as I have been repeatedly quoting this point, the reason behind quoting this repeatedly is that since then we have not been able to make a vaccine against HIV virus, and same is the case against hepatitis C virus. And the common thing in both these viruses is that they are RNA viruses, and coronavirus is also an RNA virus. So what I feel that in RNA virus, the strain of the virus or the organism changes very fast and frequently. For example, if we are talking about right now coronavirus, and we have succeeded to make a vaccine against some strain called strain number 1, and that vaccine will be, or we have also manufactured a drug against that strain, so that vaccine and that drug will be effective against that particular strain. But being an RNA virus, it very fastly mutates and immediately changes to maybe you may call it strain number 2, then strain number 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, and so on. It's an ongoing process. So in my humble opinion, unfortunately, there are very less chances of uh, us at this stage of the medical science where we stand that we could be able to make a vaccine against the coronavirus. Um, and the same is the case of the drug, because if we manufacture a drug which is effective against one strain of coronavirus, it will not be effective against the other strain. Now I am coming to the last part of the this video, and a lot of stuff has been talking about this on media, which is the herd immunity. In herd immunity, it is a sort of thing in which almost 80 to 90% of the population gets infected, and they produce the antibodies, and the rest of the population, that is 5 to 10% people, may suffer more severely and may die unfortunately, and the rest of the population becomes immune and they are safe. But in this case, in coronavirus, again I have got some suspicion that herd immunity against coronavirus may also be not possible because of the same reason. Because it changes its strain so quickly that even herd immunity is produced in a community. So those people will be immune to that strain. But when that coronavirus will mutates and changes into some other changes another shape, same person who was immune due to herd immunity will no longer be immune to the second strain, and he will equally be vulnerable to be infected again. And lastly, I would like to say, as I have been getting many questions, that what are the chances of reinfection and what are the consequences of the reinfection. In my opinion, it's my personal and humble opinion. I'm an eye surgeon. Basically, I'm not a medical specialist, not a microbiologist, so not a genetic engineer. They might be in a better position to answer this question. But in my opinion, the chances of reinfection are very high, and as this is a new disease, we all are in a learning phase. We don't know what will be the behavior of the reinfected person. It may be the person may show signs of some sort of immunity because of previous virus strains immunity he had developed, or against our wishful thinking, he may behave in a very strange manner and in a very uh, fearful manner that he may develop more complications. So, at this stage where the medical science stands, I feel that no one in the world is in the right position to say anything about coronavirus. So it is not a good news, I know, but research must not be stopped, questions must not be stopped, and the discussion, healthy discussion must be carried on. This was the purpose of this video, so that we all should think about these lines, especially doctors, and take the appropriate measures. Thank you very much.